Hello my friends, Dr. Mandell here. Today I want to share something powerful, natural, and life-changing for men as they get older. We all know that coffee is one of the most popular drinks in the world. It wakes us up, gets our circulation going, and gives us energy. But what if I told you that when you add the right natural ingredients to your coffee, you can boost blood flow, increase nitric oxide, and even bring back strong erections, yes, even in your 70s and 80s. Erectile dysfunction is not just about aging, it's about poor circulation, weak blood vessels, and a lack of nitric oxide. When your arteries get stiff and narrow, blood can't flow where it needs to go. And gentlemen, if blood can't flow into the penis, erections will not happen. But here's the good news. There are natural foods and compounds that can be added to your morning coffee that can wake up your blood vessels, relax your arteries, and restore what you thought was gone forever. Let's take a deep dive into something that every man needs to hear, whether you're in your 40s, 60s, or even 85 years old. Erections are not just about age, they are about circulation. The real foundation of erectile health is blood flow, plain and simple. If you don't have good circulation, you don't have strong erections, it's that direct and that simple. But unfortunately, most men blame themselves, blame stress, or think it's just a part of getting older. That's not true. Erectile dysfunction is not inevitable, it's a warning sign. It's your body saying, hey, there's something wrong with the way blood is flowing through your arteries. And if blood isn't flowing properly down there, chances are it's not flowing properly to your heart or brain either. Think about it like this. Your penis is like a barometer of your vascular health. It's a gauge. If the arteries leading to it are clogged, stiff, or weak, that's the first place you're going to notice problems. Why? Because those arteries are much smaller than the ones leading to your heart. A blockage that might not give you chest pain yet could already be interfering with your erections. That's why many urologists say erectile dysfunction is often the first red flag of cardiovascular disease. Now, what controls erections is not just blood flow alone, but a very important gas molecule in your body called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is produced by the lining of your arteries. It signals the muscles around your blood vessels to relax, allowing them to expand and let blood rush in. When you're younger, your nitric oxide production is high, your arteries are flexible, and erections come easily. But as we age, things change. Arteries get stiffer, oxidative stress damages the lining of those vessels, and nitric oxide levels plummet. That's why men in their 60s, 70s, and 80s often feel frustrated and wonder why their body isn't responding the way it used to. But here's the powerful truth. The problem isn't your masculinity. It isn't your testosterone alone. It isn't that you're too old. The problem is circulation. If you fix the circulation, you fix the erections. It doesn't matter if you're 50 or 85. Your blood vessels can be restored, and when that happens, you can get back what you thought was gone forever. Now let me ask you a simple question. Have you ever had cold hands or cold feet? That's poor circulation. Have you ever felt lightheaded when standing up quickly? That's circulation. Have you noticed your stamina dropping during exercise or even while climbing stairs? That's circulation again. And if your circulation is weak in those areas, it's also weak in the most important area when it comes to erections. But here's the beauty of the human body. It can heal when you start giving your body the right nutrients, the right habits, the right natural support. Nitric oxide can be restored, your arteries can relax again, your blood flow can surge, and when that happens, it's not just your sexual health that improves, it's your heart health, your brain health, your energy, your entire quality of life. I want you to understand this very clearly. Erectile dysfunction is not a curse of aging, it's a circulation problem, and circulation problems are lifestyle problems. Years of poor diet, lack of exercise, smoking, stress, or too much sugar and processed food. All of these damage the lining of your arteries. They inflame your vessels, create plaque buildup, and destroy nitric oxide production. And over time, what do you get? Weak blood flow. And with weak blood flow, erections weaken, confidence weakens, and life changes in ways that frustrate so many men. But I'm here to tell you, and I can't stress this enough, that your body is always fighting to heal itself. When you give it the right tools, you can see changes much faster than you think. Studies have shown that increasing nitric oxide naturally can start improving blood flow in just weeks. That means even if you've been struggling for years, even if you're 75 or 85 years old, you can still notice improvements when you support circulation. Let's put this in perspective. Imagine a hose that's kinked. Water can't flow through it. That's like your arteries when they're stiff and inflamed. Now imagine you release that kink. Suddenly the water rushes through. That's what happens when your arteries relax and your nitric oxide levels rise. Blood rushes into the penis, fills the chambers, and produces a strong erection. That is how nature designed you to function. So instead of thinking I'm too old for this, start thinking, how can I improve my circulation today? Because circulation is the master key. Without circulation, no amount of testosterone, no amount of supplements, no amount of pills is going to give you lasting results. But with circulation restored, everything else falls into place. Testosterone works better, energy rises, erections return. Now let me leave you with this empowering message. Age is not the problem. Poor blood flow is the problem. You can be 45 and have weak erections if your arteries are damaged, and you can be 85 and still have strong erections if your arteries are healthy. So the secret isn't chasing youth, it's protecting and restoring your circulation. And every choice you make, every food you eat, every natural enhancer you add to your daily routine can either damage those arteries or heal them. Your body was designed to function beautifully at every age. Don't let anyone convince you that erectile dysfunction is the end of your vitality. It's not. It's a wake-up call. And if you listen to your body, support it naturally, and improve your circulation, you'll not only bring back erections, you'll bring back your energy, your confidence, and your zest for life. Let's talk about something you've probably walked past in the grocery store 100 times and never realized how powerful it truly is. I'm talking about cacao raw chocolate, not the sugar-loaded candy bars we grew up on, but pure cacao powder. And let me tell you, cacao is one of the most remarkable, natural, God-given foods for your circulation, your brain, your heart, and yes, your erections. This is why I call cacao nature's Viagra. Now before we go any further, let's understand why cacao is so special. Cacao is loaded with compounds called flavonoids. Flavonoids are plant-based antioxidants that do something extraordinary inside the body. They protect the delicate lining of your arteries, known as the endothelium. This is the very part of your blood vessels that makes nitric oxide, the magic molecule that tells your arteries to relax, expand, and let blood flow freely. Remember, erections are all about blood flow. So if your endothelium is healthy and producing lots of nitric oxide, you're going to have strong circulation, and that means strong erections. Cacao also has magnesium, iron, potassium, and a whole array of nutrients that relax blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and improve oxygen delivery. But the real kicker is this: cacao stimulates the release of nitric oxide better than almost any other natural food we know. When you drink coffee with a spoonful of raw cacao powder, you are supercharging your blood flow. That caffeine wakes up your system, and the cacao opens up your arteries, creating the perfect storm of energy and circulation. Here's something else you may not know. Studies have shown that men who consume flavonoid-rich foods like cacao are less likely to suffer from erectile dysfunction. Why? Because their arteries are more flexible, their blood vessels are healthier, and their nitric oxide levels are higher. Let's face it, if blood isn't getting down there, there's no erection. And if it does get down there but trickles instead of rushing, it won't be strong or lasting. Cacao changes that by making those blood vessels elastic and responsive again. Now you might be asking, Dr. Mandell, how do I use cacao? The answer is simple. Get yourself organic, raw cacao powder, unsweetened, not cocoa that's been processed and stripped of its nutrients. I'm talking about the real deal, raw cacao. Take a teaspoon, add it to your morning coffee, stir it in, and you've just transformed your cup of coffee into a circulation boosting elixir. If you want to go a step further, add a little cinnamon or even beetroot powder, and now you've got a powerhouse drink that will send nitric oxide levels soaring. But here's what I really want you to understand. Cacao doesn't just help your erections, it helps your whole body. Poor circulation is the root cause of so many problems. Heart disease, strokes, memory loss, fatigue, even kidney problems. When you start using cacao daily, you're not just improving your love life, you're protecting your brain, your heart, and your entire vascular system. Erections are simply the first sign that your blood flow is back on track. Think of cacao like a natural medicine. It's been used for thousands of years by ancient cultures who understood its value. They didn't load it with sugar. They consumed it raw, bitter, and powerful because they knew it gave them stamina, energy, and vitality. Modern science is only now catching up with what those ancient healers already knew. And let's not forget something else cacao does. It boosts serotonin and dopamine, those feel-good chemicals in your brain. So not only does cacao improve blood flow and erections, it also improves your mood, lowers stress, and increases your sense of well-being. And we all know stress and anxiety are major causes of erectile dysfunction. You can have perfect blood flow, but if you're stressed, your body won't respond. Cacao addresses both sides, circulation and mood. Now imagine this scenario. You wake up in the morning, you brew your coffee, you add a spoonful of cacao, maybe a pinch of cinnamon, and you drink it down within minutes. Caffeine is energizing you, cacao is dilating your arteries, and nitric oxide is surging. You feel awake, you feel alive, and your circulation is firing on all cylinders. That's how you set the tone for your day. That's how you give your body the tools to heal, to restore, and to bring back the vitality you deserve. And let me remind you again, this works even at 70, 80, or 85 years old. Your body doesn't stop responding to nutrition just because you're older. In fact, the older you are, the more your body craves these natural healing compounds. Age doesn't block nitric oxide. Poor lifestyle does. And lifestyle can be changed at any moment. I can't tell you how many men in their later years think they're doomed because their doctor told them it's just age. No, it's not just age. It's your arteries begging for help. And cacao is one of the simplest, most enjoyable, and most powerful ways to answer that call. You don't need a prescription. You don't need risky drugs. You need to support your body with the foods that keep blood flowing freely. Now let me bring this home. Erections are a gift of healthy circulation. Cacao, with its nitric oxide boosting power, directly restores that circulation. It's not a gimmick. It's not a quick fix. It's a natural science-backed way of waking up the arteries, healing the endothelium, and letting blood flow where it needs to flow. Every man deserves that, no matter his age. So tomorrow, when you reach for your coffee, reach for cacao too. Stir it in, take that first sip, and know that you're not just drinking coffee, you're drinking life, energy, and vitality. And as those arteries open up, you'll feel the difference. Stronger blood flow, stronger energy, stronger erections. This is a miracle of cacao. And when you make it part of your daily routine, your body will thank you in ways you never imagined. Because, my friends, your body is designed to heal, to restore, and to thrive. Give it cacao and watch how quickly it brings you back to life physically, emotionally, and intimately. I want to share with you one of the most powerful secrets for circulation, energy, and erections that nature has given us. These two nutrients are so effective at boosting blood flow that scientists all over the world are studying them for heart health, athletic performance, and yes, sexual vitality. I'm talking about beetroot powder and the amino acid L-citrulline. If you've been searching for a natural way to restore your erections even at 70, 80, or 85 years old, then listen closely because this could change your life. Let's start with beetroot. Beets are rich in natural compounds called nitrates. When you consume nitrates, your body converts them into nitric oxide, the miracle molecule we've been talking about. Nitric oxide tells your blood vessels to open up, to relax, and to let blood flow freely. Without nitric oxide, arteries stay tight and stiff, and blood has a hard time getting to where it needs to go. But with nitric oxide, circulation surges, blood pressure drops, and vitality comes back. Beetroot powder is one of the easiest, most concentrated ways to give your body that boost of nitric oxide every single day. Just a teaspoon stirred into your morning coffee can wake up your arteries and start improving your erections in a matter of weeks. Now let's talk about L-citrulline. L-citrulline is an amino acid that your body naturally produces, but you can also get it from foods like watermelon or through supplements. Here's what makes it so special. L-citrulline is converted into another amino acid called L-arginine, and that L-arginine is a direct fuel your body uses to produce nitric oxide. But here's the catch. When you take L-arginine by itself, your body breaks most of it down before it can even reach your bloodstream. That's why L-citrulline is the better option. It bypasses that breakdown process and delivers a more steady, powerful increase in nitric oxide. So when you combine beetroot powder and L-citrulline, you're hitting your body with a 1-2 punch. The beetroot provides natural nitrates, while the citrulline fuels the nitric oxide pathway more directly. Together, they create an explosion of circulation throughout the body. And remember, erections are nothing more than blood rushing into the penis, filling the chambers, and holding that pressure. No blood flow, no erection. Strong blood flow, strong erection. It's that simple. Let me explain this with an image you'll never forget. Picture a garden hose. If the water pressure is weak, that hose can barely spray. That's what happens when nitric oxide is low and blood vessels are constricted. But when the pressure rises, that hose sprays strong, powerful streams of water. That's what beetroot and L-citrulline do. They increase the pressure, they open up the pipes, and they let blood rush exactly where it needs to go. And for men, that means restoring erections that you thought were gone for good. Now here's something fascinating. Athletes have been using beetroot juice and citrulline for years because of the way they increase endurance, stamina, and oxygen delivery. Think about that. If these natural compounds can help world-class athletes perform at their peak, imagine what they can do for a man in his 60s, 70s, or 80s who just wants to restore his energy, circulation, and intimacy. You don't need to be an athlete to benefit. Your body craves circulation at every age. And I want you to remember something very important. Erectile dysfunction is not a curse of getting older. It's simply a sign that blood isn't moving the way it should. These natural nitric oxide boosters are not drugs, they're not band-aid solutions, they're tools to heal the very root of the problem, poor circulation. When you restore nitric oxide, you're not just helping your love life, you're protecting your heart, your brain, your kidneys, and your entire vascular system, because every organ in your body relies on blood flow. Now imagine this, you start your day with coffee, you add a teaspoon of beetroot powder, and you take a small dose of L-citrulline. Within weeks, your blood vessels are producing more nitric oxide, your circulation improves. You feel more energy, more vitality, and when the moment comes, your body responds. That's not a fantasy, that's science, that's nature, and that's the gift your body gives you when you feed it correctly. I want you to realize something else. When your circulation improves, your confidence improves. Too many men live in silent frustration, believing they've lost their masculinity, their intimacy, their ability to connect with their partner. That doesn't have to be your story. With these natural circulation boosters, you can take back control of your health and your life. And the best part, this is safe. You're not dealing with dangerous side effects like you would with pharmaceutical drugs. You're simply giving your body the fuel it was designed to use. Beetroot is a vegetable. Citrulline is an amino acid your body already makes. You're not tricking your system, you're supporting it. Let me leave you with this empowering thought. Whether you're 55, 65, or even 85, your body can respond to circulation boosters. Age is not the barrier. Poor habits are the barrier, but habits can change, and when they do, miracles happen. Erections come back, energy comes back, and life takes on a whole new vibrancy. So my friends, don't underestimate the power of beetroot and L-citrulline. These are not fads. These are not gimmicks. They are proven, natural, science-backed ways to bring nitric oxide back into your life. And when nitric oxide flows, blood flows. And when blood flows, erections return, vitality returns, and confidence is restored. Your body was designed to heal, to adapt, and to thrive at any age. Give it what it needs, and it will surprise you with what it can do. Stay consistent, stay positive, and remember, circulation is the key to life. And with beetroot powder and L-citrulline, you have the tools to unlock it. Let's talk about two of nature's greatest healers, ginger and turmeric. These aren't new discoveries. They've been used for thousands of years in ancient medicine, and today's science is finally proving what our ancestors already knew. Ginger and turmeric are powerful when it comes to fighting inflammation, healing the arteries, and restoring circulation. And when circulation is restored, erections come back, yes, even at 70, 80, or 85 years old. Now I want you to understand why inflammation is such a big problem. Inflammation is like a slow burning fire inside your blood vessels. You may not see it, you may not feel it directly, but over time it damages the lining of your arteries. That lining is where nitric oxide is made. And remember, nitric oxide is the magic molecule that relaxes your blood vessels, letting blood flow freely into every part of your body, including the penis. Without nitric oxide, there is no strong erection. So when inflammation damages the arteries, nitric oxide production drops, circulation weakens, and erectile dysfunction sets in. This is where ginger and turmeric come in. These natural spices are anti-inflammatory powerhouses. They put out that fire inside your blood vessels. They protect the endothelium, the delicate lining of your arteries, and allow nitric oxide production to rise again. And when nitric oxide goes up, blood flow improves. That's why adding ginger and turmeric to your daily routine can be a game changer, not only for erections, but for your entire cardiovascular system. Let's start with ginger. Ginger contains compounds called gingerols and shogals, which reduce inflammation, thin the blood naturally, and improve circulation. Ginger is also known to lower blood sugar and cholesterol, both of which can damage blood vessels when they get too high. That means ginger isn't just helping you today, it's protecting your future by keeping your arteries flexible and healthy. Now turmeric. Turmeric contains curcumin, one of the most studied natural compounds in the world. Curcumin is so powerful at reducing inflammation that researchers have compared it to anti-inflammatory drugs without the side effects. It lowers oxidative stress, it prevents arterial stiffness, and it helps your blood vessels stay open and responsive. Think of curcumin as the repairman for your arteries, constantly patching up damage and keeping blood flow strong. But here's something you might not know. When you combine turmeric with a little black pepper, the absorption of curcumin increases by up to 2,000%. That means if you want to get the most benefit, always take turmeric with black pepper, whether it's in your food, in your coffee, or as a supplement. So what happens when you start adding ginger and turmeric into your daily coffee or tea? You're giving your body a daily dose of anti-inflammatory protection. You're calming down that silent fire in your arteries. You're strengthening your blood vessels so they can open up when you need them most. And when that moment comes, when it's time for intimacy, your body is ready because the blood flow is there. Erections come naturally again. Let me give you a simple picture. Imagine a road that's filled with potholes and cracks. Cars can still drive on it, but it's slow, rough, and eventually traffic clogs up. That's your arteries when inflammation is out of control. Now imagine that road being repaired, smooth, open, and free of blockages. Traffic flows beautifully. That's what ginger and turmeric do for your blood vessels. They repair the damage, they smooth out the flow, and they keep circulation moving strong and steady. And remember, this isn't just about sexual health. Poor circulation affects your brain, your heart, your joints, your energy levels, everything. When you improve circulation, you're protecting yourself from heart disease, from strokes, from memory decline, even from arthritis. Erections are just the first benefit you notice, because that's where circulation problems show up first, but the healing goes much deeper than that. Here's something else. Ginger and turmeric also support testosterone and hormone balance. Inflammation doesn't just hurt your arteries, it hurts your hormone production as well. By reducing inflammation, you allow your body to make and use testosterone more effectively. And we all know testosterone plays a major role in sexual desire, stamina, and performance. So how can you use ginger and turmeric? Simple. Add a small piece of fresh ginger root or a teaspoon of ginger powder to your morning coffee or tea. Sprinkle turmeric into your coffee with a dash of black pepper. If you want to take it further, mix them both with a little coconut oil or almond milk. The healthy fats will help your body absorb the nutrients even better. Over time, you'll start to feel a difference, not just in your energy, but in your confidence, in your performance, and in your vitality. I want you to remember this. Healing takes time, but it's always possible. Just because you've struggled for years doesn't mean you're stuck. Your body is always working to repair itself. Every time you add ginger or turmeric to your diet, you're giving your body a tool to heal. And when you stay consistent, day after day, those small changes add up to big transformations. Many men come to me frustrated, feeling like they've lost something they can never get back. But I remind them, your body is designed to heal. Your arteries want to open up, your blood wants to flow, your erections want to come back. All you need to do is remove the barriers, inflammation, stiffness, poor circulation, and give your body the right fuel. Ginger and turmeric are some of the simplest, most affordable, and most powerful tools you can use to make that happen. So the next time you brew your coffee, think of it as an opportunity. Don't just drink coffee for energy, turn it into medicine. Add ginger, add turmeric, add black pepper, make it a healing ritual. And as the weeks go by, notice how your body responds. Notice the extra energy, the improved mood, the stronger circulation. And most importantly, notice how your erections begin to return naturally without side effects, without fear, and without shame. My friends, remember this, your body is a miracle. It was designed to thrive. It was designed to heal. No matter your age, it's never too late to take back control. Stay consistent with these natural remedies, and your body will reward you in ways you never thought possible. Because when the fire of inflammation is put out, the flame of your vitality comes back, and that's the power of ginger and turmeric. Let's talk about something that most people don't realize is absolutely essential for circulation, hormones, and strong erections, healthy fats. For decades, society has been taught to fear fats. We were told that fat makes you fat, that fat clogs your arteries, and that fat is dangerous. But the truth is, the right kind of fats are one of the most powerful healing tools for your body. Without healthy fats, your hormones suffer, your brain suffers, and your blood vessels suffer. And when that happens, erections weaken, energy drops, and vitality fades. But when you bring the right fats back into your diet, everything changes, even at 70, 80, or 85 years old. Now here's the key point you need to understand. Erections are not just about blood flow. They're also about hormones. Testosterone is the male hormone that drives desire, performance, confidence, and stamina. But your body cannot produce testosterone without cholesterol and healthy fats. That's right, testosterone is made from cholesterol. If you strip all the fats out of your diet, if you eat processed foods and low-fat everything, you're starving your body of the very building blocks it needs to make testosterone. And when testosterone goes down, erections follow. But not all fats are the same. There are harmful fats, trans fats, hydrogenated oils, heavily processed vegetable oils that inflame your arteries, clog your system, and do real damage. Those are the fats you must avoid. Then there are healthy fats, natural, unprocessed fats found in foods like coconut oil, extra virgin olive oil, avocados, nuts, seeds, and fatty fish. These fats are healing. They protect your arteries, reduce inflammation, stabilize blood sugar, and support hormone production. These are the fats that bring life back into your body. Let's talk about coconut oil and MCT oil. Coconut oil contains medium-chain triglycerides, MCTs, that are rapidly absorbed by the body and turned into energy. They don't store as fat, they fuel your cells. Adding a teaspoon of coconut oil or MCT oil into your coffee gives you stable energy throughout the day. but it also provides the raw material your body needs to keep hormones strong. This is why so many men notice an improvement in focus, stamina, and yes, erections when they start adding healthy fats to their morning routine. Now let's look at olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil is loaded with polyphenols, antioxidants, and monounsaturated fats that heal the arteries and reduce inflammation. In fact, studies from the Mediterranean diet have shown that men who consume olive oil regularly have higher testosterone levels and fewer problems with erectile dysfunction. Why? Because olive oil supports circulation and hormone production at the same time. It's a double benefit. And don't forget nuts and seeds, walnuts, almonds, chia seeds, flax seeds. They all provide omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids in balanced ratios that keep your blood vessels flexible and your hormones balanced. Omega-3C especially are critical for fighting inflammation and improving blood flow. Without them, arteries stiffen, nitric oxide production falls, and circulation suffers. Here's another piece of the puzzle. Healthy fats help stabilize blood sugar. This is important because high blood sugar is one of the biggest enemies of circulation. When blood sugar spikes, it damages the endothelium, the lining of your arteries, and destroys nitric oxide production. That's why men with diabetes often struggle with erectile dysfunction. But when you add healthy fats to your meals, they slow down the absorption of sugar, keeping blood sugar levels steady and protecting your arteries. That means better circulation, better nitric oxide, and stronger erections. Now picture this routine. You brew your morning coffee, you add a teaspoon of coconut oil or MCT oil, maybe a splash of almond milk and a pinch of cinnamon or cacao. What you've just made isn't just coffee, it's a hormone supporting, circulation boosting, energy sustaining tonic. You're fueling your body with what it truly needs to thrive. Over weeks and months you'll notice your energy doesn't crash midday, your mind feels sharper, your mood feels steadier, and when it comes to intimacy, your body responds the way it was designed to. I want to make something very clear. Erections are a sign of health. They are not just about performance. They are about circulation, hormones, and vitality. When you support your body with healthy fats, you're supporting all three of these pillars. You're repairing your arteries, you're stabilizing your hormones, and you're fueling your brain and body. That's why adding the right fats can make such a difference, no matter your age. Think of your body as an engine. Without oil, the engine grinds, overheats, and eventually breaks down. Healthy fats are the oil for your body's engine. They keep everything running smoothly. Your heart, your brain, your hormones, your blood vessels. Without them, things start to fall apart. With them, everything comes back into balance. And here's the most empowering truth. It's never too late to start. I don't care if you're 55, 65, or 85. Your body will respond the moment you give it what it needs. Hormones can be restored, arteries can heal, and circulation can improve at any age. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Your body is designed to adapt, to recover, and to thrive when you feed it correctly. So my friends, don't fear fat. Embrace the right fats. Cut out the processed junk, the fried foods, the hydrogenated oils, but bring in coconut oil, olive oil, avocados, nuts, seeds, and omega-3 rich fish. Use them in your meals, add them to your coffee, make them part of your daily lifestyle. Over time, you'll feel the difference. More energy, more vitality, more confidence, and yes, stronger erections that last. Remember this, testosterone is built from healthy fats. Nitric oxide is protected by healthy fats. Your arteries are repaired by healthy fats. And when all three of those things are working in harmony, your body performs the way it was designed to perform. Stay consistent, stay disciplined, and don't underestimate the power of small daily changes. That teaspoon of coconut oil, that drizzle of olive oil, that handful of walnuts, these are not just foods, these are medicines. These are tools for healing. And when you use them every day, your body will reward you in ways you never thought possible. Because at the end of the day, it's not about age, it's about circulation, hormones, and health. And healthy fats are the fuel that keep all three alive. Give your body that fuel and watch how quickly it gives you back your energy, your vitality, and your erections, even at 85 years old.